Do you often find yourself wondering how you could live a more holistic life without sacrificing yourself at the altar of work every day? If you do, then this video is for you. Hi, I'm Divya Thampi. I'm a mid-career and an emotional wellness coach, and I'm on a mission to help mid-career professionals activate their core by discovering their dream career and making the switch. When I was a child, one of my favorite festivals was Puja, which included a couple of days when we were required to keep our books and textbooks, everything away and not read or study. I loved that because I hated studying with a passion. Every single day, my mom would remind me to do my homework and to study, and I would resist and delay it as much as I could every single day. The word study meant doing stuff that I disliked. It required for me to engage in things that I was very dispassionate about and would rather avoid under all circumstances. I also saw study as a price that I paid for the TV time, play time, and all the good things that I got to do. Not only that, it was also the price that I paid to avoid disapproval and rejection from others. Once I grew up, the word study was replaced by the word work. From a very young age, I had come to relate the word work with pain. It probably had to do with the kind of movies that I watched, the kind of ads that were shown on TV, because of the jokes that were cracked about how nobody wants to work, or even how people spoke about how they look forward to retiring from work. That gave me the idea that work must be very painful. But I was not alone in feeling that way. I know a lot of people who still feel that way. Now, the point I'm trying to make is the way we define work in our own heads has a huge impact in the way we feel about it when we actually work. I have a friend who runs his own business. He is one of those rare people who really looks forward to his Mondays. He enjoys work and looks forward to his Mondays when going to bed on Sundays. Now, before you make assumptions, let me also tell you that he is very happy with other aspects of his life, whether it be his health, his relationships, and his social life. He works for 11 hours some days and 6 hours on others, but doesn't feel exhausted because of work or does not experience the lack of balance. If you think about it, even the term work life balance is based on the context that work is somehow hard and life is easy, or work is burdensome while life is light, or work is labor and life is enjoyment. Work is something that is meant to be survived while life is supposed to be lived. So, one of the first steps in experiencing a sense of balance in our lives is to redefine the way we think about work. Because when we set the context right, then sanity and balance returns to our life. So, take a hard look at what is your definition of work. Where did you get this definition from? Where did you form these ideas of what it means to work? And do these definitions allow you to enjoy the work that you do? Or they make you look at work as something that you're supposed to survive? So rather than defining work as something that is hard to do and something that is avoidable, we can redefine work as something which is enjoyable, where you get to use the skills that you enjoy using. You have an opportunity to make a contribution to other people's lives and even get compensated for it. So that's step number one. Step number two is to start doing more of the tasks that you really enjoy doing. Start making a note of all the activities that you do at work every day to see which activities you genuinely enjoy and which are the ones that you don't. Marcus Buckingham and Ashley Goodall explain this beautifully. They explain that we can look at the different activities that we do at work as different colored threads. So some of these threads are black in color, some of these are gray, and some of these are white. But some of these threads seem to be made of a different material altogether. They are red. They carry the telltale signs of love. So these are activities that you find yourself looking forward to. And when you are actually involved in these activities, time seems to just slip by. You are in the state of flow, and once you have completed these activities, you actually feel invigorated. So these are the red threads. And according to a research conducted by Mayo Clinic, they found that doctors who weave the fabric of their lives with at least 20% red threads had significantly lower chances of burnout from work in comparison to other doctors. So yes, if you get to do more of those activities that you truly enjoy, then you will not worry about work-life balance because there will be a balance. But other than that, there's one more thing you may want to think about. In another study, it was found that 73% of the people claim that they have enough freedom to modify their jobs so that they fit their strengths. But only about 18% of people exercise this freedom. So see if you can modify your job to include more of these red threads in your daily activities. And in case you're unable to do that, maybe it is time for you to discover your dream career and make the switch. And if you'd like to know more about that, you may want to consider registering for this live webinar that I do, the link to which is given in the description below. The third step is to pay attention to the 3 dimensions of work. According to Tim Gallwey, who is one of the greatest teachers and coaches of our time, work has 3 dimensions to it. One is performance, one is enjoyment, and one is learning. Enjoying, learning, and expressing inner capabilities at work are all integral parts of work, even if we may not always be paying attention to all these dimensions. Unfortunately, most of us have been trained to focus on only one dimension of work, which is performance. And the reality is that if you're not paying attention to the other 2 dimensions and we don't consider them important, it is really very difficult to have that level of performance on a regular basis. So not focusing on the learning and enjoyment brings down your level of performance as well. So find ways to consciously pay attention to all the 3 dimensions of work. For example, if you read a book, bring awareness to the enjoyment. Take note of the learnings that you have while you read the book, and then apply some of those learnings so that you can see that transferring into performance. And thus you get the most out of that reading. Once you go through all these 3 steps, then work-life balance will never be an issue because you will enjoy your work as much as you enjoy every other aspect of your life. And you will see that work in fact adds to the vitality and enjoyment of life without taking away from health, relationships, and other priorities of your life. Thank you so much for watching. This is Divya Tampi signing off now, and I'll see you again in the next video. Do consider subscribing to this channel so that you get notified every time I come with a new video. And do not forget to like. Thank you.